Anything you want to change on it? I entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as is.
I'll second.
Motion made by Juliet, second by Denise, to approve the agenda. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
For the record, we'll make sure that Tony's absence is noted officially. In case I support it, it may be someday. Okay, everybody got a copy of the minutes? Did we get a copy of the minutes yet? Don't think we have.
She was working on it, but I
Right.
don't.
So I'll be sure to look those over before next week and let her know if any changes to them. The order of the month this month is actually it's a double whammy to me. It's all these are function is what's supposed to be. We're supposed to do Halloween this year, it looks like. From what I've seen, there are some houses decorated for Halloween and look really, really great. So all you around the district, find you a good looking house, either Halloween or autumn. Either one of them, we get $100 this month. The winner, it's going to choose by the council, it's not going to be a vote or a contest type thing, or drawing, it's going to be council picking it. So that's how you turn the winners this month. You all go around, look around, both online, I know y'all have done a lot of decorating, but this year council still got another week to get done before council goes out and look at it. And then we're going to decide who's the best one. Thank y'all. All right, money time.
All right, just briefly, what's in the bank? You have the handouts. The one I cautioned you on is look at the water fund at 97,000. It has not been fully updated on revenue side, so it probably should be a little higher than that, but that was the bank statement as 1010. And other than that, everything's fine. The Banks County SPLOST and T-SPLOST, they're actually up, but we have not received the bank statements yet to see how much we received. So SPLOST should be up by about 13 to 14,000, and the T-SPLOST should be up about, reverse. The Banks County SPLOST should be up about 20,000, and the T-SPLOST should be up about 12,000. But as we get those bank statements in, we'll update you. We'll come back to ARPA when we get to the discussion of the lift station, but you see what's left in that account right now at 86,000. And I'll be glad to answer specific questions to that. We're still working on what I gave you the second meeting last month, the more detailed breakout of where the budget is. And like I said, we're still working through that because our consultant updated the account code, so I'm still trying to go back and make sure everything prints out the way you're used to seeing. And that's all I have on the finance.
Okay. We mentioned already about lift station on Main Line. We've been talking about that for several years now. Seems like
Yes, sir. Rent Engineering has completed the designs and everything already, put it out for bid for 30 days in the state clearinghouse. But it's a 53 by 53 area at this point with a complete new lift station. And we've been talking with the church, I'll mess it up and I apologize to them, Lula Baptist Church, to get an easement from them for that 53-foot area. Basically, the existing one is across Maiden Lane, across the intersection, and we're trying to just get it to a slightly higher point. It will replace, and I'll change this. It does take out the old lift station that would have sat right here just past McLeod. It keeps in the existing manhole, but adds manholes to get uphill to the new proposed site. And we basically replace the existing force main, basically from the entrance to the proposed site on Maiden, all the way back down to where it turns on Toon Street and connects into the existing force main. After that point, everything is the same, so the cost in here is basically the modular lift station, anything the church may want as far as easement costs. But they were, it sounded amenable, but they still need to discuss it with the Board of Elders and get a vote. So, and this is to replace the old line that's been there.
That's on Maiden Lane, is that correct?
That's on Maiden Lane, yes,
Is
sir.
the line going up the middle of the road?
It's
Where's the
going up the
road?
side of the road, so we will have some paving at the edge of the road. We'll be putting it under the road.
And that's going out towards Athens Street.
This is going out towards Athens Street. This is McLeod, this is Toombs, and then this is what we've been talking about. They finally got the design.
So it's actually on the other side of the street. I'm
Yes,
just,
we're
Okay.
trying to move it across the street. Part of
And so the
that
church
is just to
owns that.
get a better elevation flow.
okay. I just didn't realize the church owned both sides. I
Yes,
guess that's where it
they-
was messing with my head.
The church's plan is basically take this almost 2-acre site and turn it into parking as they work on their expansion plans for the church itself.
Okay.
So they would move existing parking across the street. I'll try to answer any of the questions you have right now. I gave you my estimates on the costs. So initially, it was all gonna come out of ARPA. Obviously, with the sidewalk project and the change orders there, it doesn't quite cover what we anticipated, so I would tell us to look first at the sewer tap fees, since this is a sewer project. And if you want to look beyond that is SPLOST 8, but I'd recommend.
So if
sewer
they
tap.
don't agree, we're gonna keep it at the site that it's at, is that
They
the
would have
plan?
to come up with some revisions, but the building plan, the pump and everything would be the same. This is just a much better elevation for us to decrease horsepower requirements and energy.
Now, would we actually vote on this, or are we still waiting for the elders for next week?
You would need a vote on this to send it forward.
Yeah, we need to hear from the church, because if they're gonna donate it, then you just accept the donation. If they won't, then you will need to vote on whether to accept this plan and move to acquire it, or revise the plans and come up with another engineered plan for what we need to acquire.
And they give you a timeline when they're going to debate it?
I'll be back with them Wednesday evening. I would, try it one more time.
Board meeting?
Yes, and we have Brian Rent actually will be here Thursday morning, so this is one of the discussion items with him. He's down to half a day a week, so it's as he transitions, but they do have backup. And like I said, the footprint on theirs is 53 by 53, so just over 2,500 square feet. And we can actually shrink that up a little bit if we had to. That's just an ideal that would allow any service vehicles to make a complete unfeathered access in and out, which we don't have on our current lift stations where it's difficult to get to the sites. This is set up so it's easy for a service truck, whether it's a crane, a sump truck, or whatever, to get in, do the job, and get out.
So the old site, is that on property, that property come from the church?
The old site is in the right of way.
Okay.
And this would not interfere with any of their plans for their parking lot, correct?
They have not designed anything, but the 2,500 square feet would not be anticipated to impact their project at all.
Okay.
This, if I remember correctly, this is their idea to start with, is that correct? To tell us how that property, am I mistaken about that? I thought someone online may come to us with that proposal.
There might have been discussions before me with Dennis and Brian, but when I met with the church, some of the folks were aware, but most of them were not, so I'm not sure how deep that discussion
It was
went.
back on mine, I was thinking somebody along the line, long way of mentioning the church has considered that already.
Yeah, I think In my mind, I think Dennis did,
Yeah, but that's what
Dennis and
At
Brian addressed.
my age, it's easy to finish. Thank you, Frank.
Yes, sir.
Any questions? So we're waiting, actually, we're gonna wait on the church before we have to do anything with this.
Yes, so you can put it on the agenda next week, then you can get an update if they, because you have to vote to accept their donation or to proceed to acquire.
Here's one everybody waiting on.
All right,
Saying loud and clear.
this is the lost rollback,
The PT-38s. Finally got both final digests from Banks and Hall County. That's your second sheet. Basically, on the Hall County properties, we're talking about a rollback of 6.034 mils based on a 40% property value of $110,614,096, and with a lost revenue last year of $667,451.56. And if you do the math, that should get you to the 6.034. On the Banks County side, obviously it's a smaller area and lower value. The 40% property value is $21,254,593. Loss that we received last year was $67,787.49, which would give you a rollback of 3.189 mils. This, I think, it directly relates to one of the questions Chris asked me in the past, is what's the value of a mill? So between the two parcels in the two counties, about $132,000 is a rough estimate of 1 mill in the city of Lula. And I've asked the attorney to tell me what we need to do to advertise, so we'll do the 5-year history. It's kind of easy, 0, 0, 0, still 0, so. But we'll get those done and get this taken care of.
No problem having four, the digest wasn't above what it was at the time. Because the digest wasn't clear vote for St. Louis for the last couple of years, was it?
No, sir. And part of that was, since we were at zero,
Right.
Department of Revenue had not required that we were gonna leave it at zero, you just voted on that.
Yeah.
But I understand they have taken a different interpretation, so yes, Frank's been working to try to gather those records.
Finally got the digest.
And that's a separate and distinct issue from what Frank's presenting to you, that you're required to use the local option sales tax money
To do your rollback, any millage you do have, and like I said,
you can do the lost money just by approving it at the meeting. It's just a rollback to full millage based upon the increase in your digest that requires the 5-year history.
any questions?
But still, no property tax receivable. Emphasize that strongly. How many, is that 30 cities in the state? Is that what the number is now, 30?
I don't know, we've gotten some different
Right.
numbers lately. Chris had some from the training class.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what they
That
said,
was-
and then somebody told us last week it went up even more.
I thought it was.
So that's a question for Pete, if you see Pete Brzezinski.
I think the last I'd heard it was like 56.
Yeah, it
And that's
wavers,
been a
but
while.
I know one community down in southeast Georgia, they've been without property tax for a little while, but one of their 2 main plants has closed, so I think that one's off the list now.
All right, Frank, thank you for that. Next on the agenda is West Management Solid Waste price increase. We know about this one?
Yes, we actually got earlier notice this year than last year. So Waste Management is proposing a 5%. They gave us, if you look at page 3 of that, that's their CPI, Consumer Price Index report, where they got the 5% from. So residential on November 1st will transition from $16.21 to $17.02. And you also have the price differences for any of the containers 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8 containers. You can compare those, but those are also 5% increases. And I'll be glad to answer your questions.
So I did a quick search, I'm going back to the previous. According to this, there's 81 cities in the state that don't charge a property tax, but it says it fluctuates because they do it at different times. So it could slightly be higher, slightly lower. I had 94 in my head is what they told us when I was in training.
Yeah, and at one time it was as low as 50, so.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris.
Any questions on waste management?
Now, are they going to send a notice out to our citizens on this, or is this up to us to notify them?
It should have been Dr. Wardlow, I think we overlooked it.
I haven't discussed that specifically with Steve. They can. The question is how many people look at it. It's more than anything, but yeah, we can have them do it. And
One year they actually mailed it to a mailer.
yeah, they did. Most of our mailers have been when they've changed the days and stuff.
Yeah,
But yeah, they could.
but I mean, if nothing else, if they can get us a flyer, we can also put it on our social medias and share it to try to make sure everybody's aware.
Yep.
Before they go, excuse me.
I agree. All right.
Thank you, Frank. That concludes our agenda, folks. It's time for citizens' comments. Here we go. Good, time for council comments. And before we do that, somebody, I'm gonna let Chris or Juliet mention this trunk or treat. This is first I heard about it. So, go, Juliet.
So October the 23rd is a Thursday. Lula Elementary is actually hosting their annual trunk or treat. They are actually encouraging various people in the community and groups in the community to go ahead and participate as one of the trunks. They've also asked for council to participate if we would be willing to, perhaps the mayor even. Currently, in my other life as Historical Society, we are working on getting on somebody to participate from there also, just as a way to be part of our community and show the kids that we actually care.
Maybe the mayoral candidates could each do one.
I'm not gonna say.
Add more, yeah. So.
Carter, you through?
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
She did thank y'all for coming too.
Well, yes, thank y'all all for coming, but that was a whole other, yeah.
I'd like to thank all four for coming tonight. Thank you.
Well, and those at home, right? Because we don't know how many are at home right now.
It has 0, but.
Okay.
So I have been scolded for only saying thank you for coming. I've been told I need to speak more. So I made a bunch of notes.
Coming down.
I'm kidding about the notes, but no. One thing I was trying to think of something to say, and so I did something on social media. I put a thing about us being a republic, and I was curious as to how many people would not realize that. They would come out, oh, we're a democracy, we're a democracy. Anyway, I was pleasantly surprised at the number of people that commented that do know we're a republic. So anyway, thank y'all for coming.
History lesson R1.
That's all. And I can say more if you need.
All right, Denise, take coming close.
Oh, no. There's too much going on in my brain to do that tonight. Thank y'all for coming. I want to apologize that I missed the debate the other night. I'm doing wedding planning for my daughter. She's getting married Saturday, and I've just been overwhelmed with that. But I have watched part of it. I've got to go back and finish watching it, but thank y'all for participating in that.
Just clarification, that was not a debate.
I'm sorry.
That was a question and answer only by the Historical Society. We cannot host a debate. But yes, thank you to all of our candidates who participated and all of the citizens who attended the historic event that we had. We are actually talking about doing it for the next election also. So thank y'all all for coming.
During that time, I noticed a couple of things. I tried to watch that thing online. And our Wi-Fi service at Depot sucks.
It's terrible. Oh, it's horrible.
I'm gonna put it simple. It's as simple as it sucks. I thought we had a problem fixed a few years ago, but apparently we didn't get it fixed. We need to fix that problem. That's just me speaking. It's awful. I don't know if people rent the building, how much they use their Wi-Fi down there or not, but I'm sure nobody's complained that I know of, not to me anyway, but.
Well, they usually can't even find the password to use
Yeah.
it, so.
But that's something we need to work on that one, sir. We got Wi-Fi, to my knowledge, we do have down the road as part now. To my knowledge, we do. It's unpassworded, so I don't know. That's what happened this past year. I hope it did. I hadn't checked to see. But the depot, that was frustrating. I'm sure very frustrating. And we need to do better. I was trying to
Jim was frustrated. Is that what that meant? Jim was
he
frustrated.
pulled his hair out.
Bless.
It was like mine before, remember?
Sorry, not trying to be
Okay.
rude or and interrupt you, but we had the same problem the
At the
other
ball
night when
field.
we were doing, well, the
Oh.
ball field's a nightmare itself.
What we did the same
But when
thing.
we were doing the Waterford Glen Town Hall meeting, trying to get the signal to go out for the questions to come back in.
I thought y'all had a problem. I wasn't on the other end of that one. I was on the pushing end.
That one was
Not
rough.
receiving, yeah. And that's sort of what Jim faced Thursday night, and y'all had Friday night, so. You understand why I'm getting a little ticked off? I mean,
No, no.
finally-
Absolutely.
They were just there too,
I know, that's,
Well, and
Was
I've
it
mentioned it
Xfinity?
before, but
Comcast,
yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
That's
you
the-
can't
Yes,
get
they
them
were.
to do the job. I
They
mean,
interrupted me,
Starlink
ladies.
works
I mean-
good, and they've got a plan where you can move it around so you can buy the equipment. And then if we needed it at the depot, we could use it there. If we needed it here, you know, they've got some options, but you know.
Well,
I'm not talking rulers, I can't solve it, so.
Well, I will say this, thank goodness some of the vendors actually came up with a solution that we are going to try to implement as Historical Society to fix the internet. But there's only so much we can do, we may need some city help on that one.
That's kind of private, because the other part of my knowledge is supposed to be Wi-Fi accessible now. Like I said, I haven't tried it in about 6 to 8 months now, so I don't know. The one time when I did try it, it worked. I haven't tried it in 6 to 8 months, I don't know.
The ball field doesn't work.
No, but it wasn't gonna reach that far. We knew that, when we put it in, we knew we weren't gonna reach the ball field. When we put it in at the park, then we knew it wasn't gonna reach the ball field. But, we need to come to the 21st century to see the rule. I know,
Video.
I hate to be that way. I'm leaving the 21st century, because I'm always, that's another thing.
I have dial up pretty much, so anything's better than what I got.
Do you need a motion?
No, not yet, not yet. The open events, we got a event
Sorry.
voting. The event voting starts tomorrow, but it's not here tomorrow. It starts the 25th here, and then the 27th to the 31st here. It starts, and the other locations tomorrow. They're going Monday, Tuesday through Saturday, it's Tuesday through Friday this week. So I get the dates right. Anyway, today's on the agenda. I'm sorry, it's Tuesday at the Civic Center, okay, there it is. At the Civic Center downtown is 14th through the 31st, including both Saturdays in there, but no Sundays. Then here's gonna be the week of the 27th to the 31st, plus the Saturday before is the 25th. At North Hawk Community Center, you can do it the same time you can here, and Fire Nation at the same time you do here. Our regular council meeting next Monday night, 7 o'clock. Historical Society meets the 27th at 7 o'clock at Depot. Development Authority meets the 28th at 6 o'clock here. Little Ladies is the 29th on Wednesday at noon and 6:30 p.m. And the Planning Commission call meeting on November 7th here at City Hall. Also, Liberty Baptist Church doing a pumpkins in the park at Wells Park on the 25th. You will do the trunk or treat for school 23rd. Liberty Baptist Church doing pumpkins in the park, Wells Park on the 25th for 2 to 4.
What time was the trunk or treat?
I think it's still probably.
Bruce, what time?
Starts at 5:30, set up from 4 to 4:30. The earlier the better to get there.
Okay, now I think, I want to thank everybody for coming, everybody for listening online. You missed an exciting meeting tonight, folks, I should have been here. Tell you now, I should have been here. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I think we got executive session.
Oh, I'm sorry. Adjourn to executive session, is what I meant to say.
I make a motion, we go into
I'll
executive.
second the executive session.
Let the Denise and say with Juliet, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
We'll say no, for executive session. 5 minutes now. Well, if we make a decision, we'll go like announcing, I don't expect we're gonna make any, but y'all look hang around, and we'll notify when we come back. Thank y'all. Gary, I need you.
Weasel, wait for it. Yep, I'm gonna wiggle and weasel on over.
You guys in now?
Yep.
I want to thank y'all for bearing with us. We made no decision in executive session, and there's the motion adjourned.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by the Chris, second by Garnet, to adjourn. All opposed say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. We adjourn.
What would happen if I said no?